Please pause for a moment of quiet reflection.
Please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Like a heartbeat skip, like an open page, like a one-way trip on an aeroplane.
AHS TV presents The Morning Show. Bringing you the latest on what's happening at AHS, the latest music, hottest trends, most effective apps, our scores, news, and more. So sit back, it's been a long week, and power up your morning with The Morning Show.
What's up, Alpharetta? My name is Eric Truegod. Let's get started. On Thursday, March 15th and Friday, March 16th, the Media Center will be closed all day for students that are enrolled in face-to-face accelerated geometry and algebra to take their EOCs.
March 9th is Digital Learning Day. Digital learning is an instructional practice that uses technology to strengthen students' learning experiences. Students can learn how to use new software, see how applications and tools work, understand more about technology, and become smarter. Digital learning provides personalized learning experiences for students and learning opportunities for teachers. It also enables new and better ways to create possibilities to expand our imaginations and learning environments.
How do you feel about making a morning show on the virtual day?
Well, you see, I'm going to Kansas, Kansas, and if you haven't heard, there's not a lot of Wi-Fi, so I can't edit. No, I don't like it.
Alright, I'm very excited that Mr. Meisner entrusted me to make the Digital Learning Day morning show. We have the technology, we have the organization, I have the organizational skills right in my brain, right here.
I love you.
Janie, I hate you.
I love you.
Leave me
I
alone.
love you.
Leave me alone.
Do you want to do something after school day?
No! Oh my. Leave me alone!
We have a 4-day weekend together. I love you.
Okay, since everyone's thinking about the Friday show, we don't even know what we're doing for the Wednesday show, and everyone's just sitting around now.
Wow, it was the perfect amount.
Everyone's gonna be doing their part, everyone's gonna be doing their thing, but no one's gonna be doing too much. I got it all organized, it's all good, it's all ready to go.
How do you feel about making a morning show on the virtual day?
On the virtual day? When we're at home? I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about, you know what, forget it. I quit. Had enough of this.
It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good.
Please join us on Thursday, March 15th at AHS Cafeteria at 5 p.m. Alpharetta High School will be celebrating their annual International Night on March 15th. Last year, it was a very successful event with attendance of over 300 people. It is a great night to learn more about our diverse community and experience new cultures. There will be lots of great food, music, and educational entertainment. This is a wonderful event for the entire family. Hope to see you there.
I would say I mainly used two instructional strategies called cold calling and pepper. I also used a third one within that class called Right is Right. And I use this to assess my students individually as we're going over a review. So cold calling is when you call on students that aren't raising their hands. This really helps me to individually assess them and also helps them to remain engaged because they know I'm going to be calling on them. They know that I'm going to hear from them at least a couple times throughout the class. So they want to make sure they're on top of it. right? Okay. And the reason they mainly want to make sure that they're on top of it is because they know that if I get to them and they say, I don't know, well, that's not a correct answer. You know, so I'll wait for them. I'll wait for them to look up the answer. You know, they have the PowerPoint on their OneNote, so there really is no excuse for not knowing. And that tends to be something that keeps them engaged. Pepper is a strategy I use where I go fast paced. You know, it's like baseball, kind of throwing out pitches, warming up the batter. They know I'm going to be coming to them next. You know, they know I'm moving at a fast pace, and making sure that they're understanding what's going on during the review. And right is one I use because if they're unable to fully explain the answer to me, then they don't really know the answer. Like if I have to say the answer in order for them to be like, oh yeah, that's it. You know, if I have to complete it for them and they couldn't say it themselves, the whole answer and every bit of it that's correct, then to me you're not prepared for the test. When I was reviewing with the kids for the test, you know, I said to one kid, all right, you got off at the right exit, but now we got to find the parking lot and park, saying, you know, you're close, you're warm, but give me more. You know, look it up, go further with it. You know, so we need to make sure that answer is 100% correct. Don't just memorize the facts, but understand the material and how it relates to each other. You know, how the facts relate to each other behind just the meaning of the words. They can most definitely be used separately. I mean, I can use cold calling at any pace, you know, that I'm teaching. But if I just want to, you know, keep the kids on their toes, make sure that they're engaged, I'll cold call on them during class in general, not just review days. A lot of times I ask the students to explain it back to me, because again, I believe if they can explain it back to me, then they understand it, not just if they halfway explain it back, okay? So I use cold calling a lot to make sure they can do that. Pepper I use once in a while. I don't think it's good to always move 100 miles an hour. I think it keeps the kids on their toes during review and certain things that we do, but I think it should be used, you know, when appropriate. So cold calling can be used with pepper, right? But I don't think pepper should be used without cold calling. People, I think some people may fear cold calling a little bit because they know if the student doesn't know the answer, they don't want that awkward silence of waiting for the student to get the answer correct. And the truth is, I think a lot of people, they're not necessarily embarrassed for the student, but they get embarrassed themselves as teachers about the awkward silence. You know, you make that embarrassment go away as if you show that the child support. You know, maybe ask a question while the kid's looking for the answer to give them a little bit of time, or just go through the silence. Most of the time the kids can do it, they just get all startled and caught off guard. And then once they figure out they can do it and you reinforce that they took the time and the effort to go ahead and find the correct answer, they feel better about it than just saying, I don't know, and me moving on from them. I mean, I feel like they benefit for the fact that it will keep them more engaged. There is no such thing as a student on their cell phone or taking a nap in my class, because they know if they're taking a nap, I'm going to call on them. They know I'm going to wait for them to tell me the right answer. And they enjoy it. They enjoy my fast-paced quickness. I think it somewhat makes them feel like they're in a challenge a little bit, more of a game when you kind of move around the class like that, especially when you throw some jokes in there for sure. But my biggest thing is that these strategies cannot work if you do not have rapport with the students. Building rapport with the students is what's going to produce a good learning environment. And as long as you have that, and I have a relationship with the students, then I can say the jokes, right? Then I can ask them if they saw the football game last night when, you know, one kid's looking up the answer, if I know that kid struggles a little bit, right? Or I could say something to him to help encourage him, make him feel like, hey, you know what, I can find this answer, type of an ordeal.
McDonald's.
Now I had the time of my life. No, I never felt like this before. Yes, I swear it's true.
And I owe it all to
Angel, you need to do the final review.
Now, as you see here, the mustard, if you get very close to it, you can see each individual mustard seed. Now, if you can see it, you get the little flakes of it, and that's how you know when it's really good. Oh, the sauce is delicious. Guy Fieri. We done now.
The new PBS Bill Nye documentary will be shown here at Alpharetta High School in the auditorium at 6 p.m. on March 23rd. Entry is free and all students and staff are welcome to attend.
Good morning, this is Matthew Bucksbaum, and if you've been wondering where your friends involved in drama have disappeared to, then I've got the story for you.
The cast and crew of Alpharetta's Spring Musical are working tirelessly to bring you this year's production of Little Shop of Horrors, based on the 1960 and 1986 cult classic films. We caught up with cast member Olivia Palmer to get the scoop on the production.
So pretty much Little Shop of Horrors is about a flower shop and a worker there named Seymour. He all of a sudden one day finds this plant, and he soon realizes that that plant needs a special kind of food, blood.
No theatrical production would be complete without the sets, props, lighting, and costumes put together by the show's crew. We asked some of the people behind the scenes what they were most excited about.
What I'm excited about is the giant man-eating plant that I get to help control during the show, and a very specific prop called the blood bucket.
For a night of horrifically funny entertainment complete with song and dance, come see Alpharetta Theater's Little Shop of Horrors, Friday, March 16th at 7:30 p.m., Saturday, March 17th at 2 p.m., and Sunday, March 18th at 3 p.m. in the school auditorium.
Attention rising juniors and seniors who are interested in the TAG program. If you're interested in the TAG internship for the 2019 school year, please come to room 3317 and sign up for the Hire Me Skills for Career and Internship Success seminar. The seminar is held during anchor time and is a prerequisite for selecting TAG as an internship for a class. Space is limited to the first 26 students, so please come early. Questions, please see Ms. Drummond and Ms. Ike.
So this club is a young national organization for women at AHS, and basically we hold meetings to talk about
female empowerment and gender inequality and how we all need to work together to help create gender equality and to have people not judge women as just objects and to see them as equal to men.
It's just a safe haven, you know, for you to be able to talk and voice your opinion with people that love you and other girls who won't judge you.
We just want to help empower each other.
We also talk about revolutions and what we could do for our society of women, and we do a lot of charity work, so that's a plus.
And you make friends.
Yeah.
It's just a fun time. Yeah, it really is. Please join. Yeah. It's a good time. You can join if you're a guy too.
Yeah, it's
not we're inclusive.
And we have an Instagram, which is whynow.ahs, so you should follow that.
Where's the glove?
What glove?
You tell me when I know what the glove is. Right now. I don't have the... Where's the glove? I don't have the glove. Tell me! I don't have one.
I don't even know what you're talking about. Just let me go.
If you don't have my fleeced gloves or the compendium, who has them, silly?
I don't know.
What? I don't know!
I'm Audrey Zermelan, and you've been watching The Morning Show.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Kimmel. If you like that, click the subscribe button below, and good things will happen forever.